Hello there everyone, welcome to a new video. It is me, Desiree. Really quickly, it is very windy outside and it's making the door like pop open and close a little bit. So if you hear it sound like someone's knocking on the door, it's the wind. Anyway, I wanted to do a bronzer declutter. Because I thought there was a lot of stuff in here that I didn't want or use that much. And now that I opened the drawer, I was like, wait, I love all this stuff, I don't want to get rid of it. So I know there's a few in here that I still do want to let go of and put up on Poshmark. But I'll go through them anyway and kind of declutter as I go. So I guess this is kind of like a collection with a mini declutter. I love bronzer. I love bronzer so much. I do have one in here. This was actually the first one that I ever bought. This is from Rimmel, the natural bronzer in the shade Sunlight. This is actually my second one. I love this a lot. One of my favorite bronzers ever. This was actually the one that made me love bronzer because it has like the tiniest bit of sheen to it. It's just not like a flat matte bronzer. But it has like a reddish orange tone to it. And bronzers before this that I had used were more just like a brown powder. And for me, I do prefer something a little more like reddy orange, kind of like this. And I love this a lot. Definitely keeping this one. This is the one that really made me love bronzer. And from this, I started trying all kinds of bronzers. I have some creams in here now that I really love. And of course, a few that I will be letting go of. But anyway, Rimmel Natural Bronzer, always going to have it. Well, I'll always have this one. I won't repurchase because Rimmel is not cruelty free. But I like having it for the time being. Okay, next one. Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Dulce. I love this. I've actually flattened this out a little tiny bit. I love this bronzer a lot. It's awesome. It's just a really natural, beautiful sheen. It's super, like, makes you look really healthy. This is one of my favorite bronzers that I have as well. I mean, I don't like Milani's packaging at all. I find it way too bulky. It's not on par with Physicians Formula. You know, Physicians Formula goes over the top bulky with their packaging. But I feel like you didn't need... Okay, so this is the bronzer right here, just in this little pan. But they gave you this big old bottom piece here, and then this really big dome. I know that dome is there to kind of protect the domed up product, but I don't know. I just don't like Milani's packaging. But I love this bronzer. Gonna keep it. I have the Too Faced Sweetie Pie Radiant Matte Bronzer. I loved this for a very long time. I found this at TJ Maxx several months ago for $10, and I immediately grabbed it as if I needed two of them for some reason. And I love this bronzer a lot. It's very sheen, just like the Milani one. Has a nice sheen to it. It's not a flat matte, but it's not shiny like a highlighter. Like Radiant Matte is definitely like the perfect description for this. I know it sounds kind of weird to call it that, but it's perfect. I love it. I like that it has these little red or like pink dots in here because it adds that little bit of pinky, reddy tone to it. And I love it so much. It's so pretty as a blush. It does depend on which brush you use with this though, because when I used this recently, I used it, I don't even remember what brush I don't even remember what brush it was now. But I think it picked up too much of the pink because it looked like I put blush all over my face. So I think it depends on the brush you use with this, but overall I really, really love this. And I just love the packaging. Too Faced is one of those weird brands that I always thought I didn't like that much, but I pretty much like everything I've ever bought from them. And I really like this. I mean, there's a couple palettes here and there that I don't like at all. But, I don't know. Overall, I think I like the brand. Anyway, keeping that one. This is a little mini from Fenty. This is the Sunstalker Bronzer in the shade Shady Biz. This is what it looks like here. I can't get into this bronzer. I don't know what it is. I know it's not how small the packaging is because I have one in here that's just as small that I love. But I don't know what it is about this. I just can't get into it. It just really doesn't excite me or do anything for me. So yeah, I'm going to let that one go. And most of the stuff that's here, unless it's like super used and old, I'm going to put it on Poshmark. Most things are going for $5, especially if it's something little like this. I mean, there's that. Next up, ooh, a hard one. I don't know what to do. This is Maybelline Master Bronze. Oh my gosh, I wish Maybelline didn't discontinue this line of the Master stuff because I love the packaging, love the product. I have a ton of the blushes still, the cream blushes, and I found this at Big Lots, I don't know, for a few bucks. And the packaging, I was like, I have to have that. I used it a couple of times and it was extremely blotchy and it didn't blend very well. I want to keep it though just because I love this compact a lot. I love the packaging. I like just the memories. I want to keep it. I'm going to set it aside. We'll see at the end what I do, but I'm going to keep it for now. This is from the now defunct brand CYO. This is the bronzing powder When the Sun Don't Shine in the shade Fair. I love this bronzer a lot. It's so pretty. The brand doesn't exist anymore, but that doesn't make me want to get rid of it. What is that? Hold on. There's like something in here. I was going to grab my tweezers, but they're not in here. What is in there? What's that? There's like a little bump right here. Anyway, I'll poke at that later. Anyway, I love this bronzer a lot. Just because a brand is discontinued, it doesn't make me want to get rid of the thing. I know there are a lot of people out there that do declutters and they get rid of anything that's limited edition because you can't get your hands on it. And I think that's crazy. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't do that. I keep all kinds of discontinued limited edition stuff all the time. I love this bronzer. Gonna keep it. It has a slight scent to it. Like, kind of like Physicians Formula E, but not really, but kind of. I like it though. This is from Flower. This is the Heatwave Luminous Bronzer in the shade Sunswept. They have two shades of this, and the other shade I found really weird because it looks gray, but I can't remember who it was now that featured it in their video, that they loved the bronzer and they mentioned that gray shade. It looked great on them, but I thought it looked weird. Anyway, I love this bronzer a lot. Definitely on par with the Milani one. I haven't used this one in a while, actually. I think I'm going to pull this one out. I've been super into my cream bronzer, though, so I've been having a hard time pulling out any powder that isn't the, where is it? Oh, it's right here. The Tarte Park Avenue Princess one. Anyway, I love this. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to put this up here so I don't forget to use it, because I want to pull that out more. This is from LA Colors. This is a little tiny compact here. I got this at Dollar General. I love this. It is so awesome. The powder bronzer is really pretty. And then this highlight that it comes with isn't like amazing, but it's very, very gold. And it just, I don't know, not really for me, a shade for me. I've used it as an inner corner highlight a bunch. I actually really like this and I'm going to keep it. Pretty sure it was $1. I have the Revlon Bronzilla bronzer. I bought this because, what the heck is her name? There's an actress. She played, I cannot remember her name. What's her name? She was in Kick-Ass, and she played the girl with the purple hair. I can't remember her name now. She was also in Let Me In. She said that she loved this bronzer in some interview, and I really like her as an actress. Anyway, she said she couldn't live without this. She always had it with her, and I was like, I gotta go get it. And I rarely use it now. It's a really nice bronzer. Can't tell you the last time I used it. I have this in a palette that Revlon has, a face palette that I use regularly. So this one I'm going to let go. What is her name? I feel like she has a 3-name name. It's like a... Anyway. Her name isn't anyway. This is from Ulta Beauty, the Baked Bronzer Wet Dry Buildable Radiance. I have not used this wet at all, but the reviews on this were crazy. Everybody loved it. It is a very pretty bronzer. I do not regret buying it for a second. Super pretty, luminous, baked formula. I love the Ulta brand, and yeah, definitely got to keep that one. This is a really, really old one from Honest, because Honest doesn't even look like this anymore. This is the Luminizing Powder in the shade Dusk Reflection. I bought this from Ulta when Honest was leaving Ulta. Everything went on like a super clearance. And I bought this bronzer. I love this bronzer a lot too. Another luminous, like really great baked one. The shade is a little dark for me, so I definitely have to use a light hand with it. I go overboard every time I use it, but I refuse to get rid of it. I really, really like it, and I will keep it. This one I'm going to let go of, I think. I don't know. This is, excuse me, from Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in the shade Ticket to Brazil. I've used the heck out of this. It also is super, super, like, lightly pressed in there. Any brush, like, puffs the powder out everywhere. I thought I was going to use this up by now, just how quickly it wears down. I really like this, but it has, you can't really see it just by looking at it, but it has a ton of shimmer. And I don't mind a shimmery bronzer. I like a luminous, bronzy look, but this is almost glittery looking. Like, on the neck, it's all, you can just see it in the sun. It's a little much for me. I can't remember the last time I used it either. I'm gonna let go of that one. I feel like I've been sitting like this the whole time. Have I? Anyway, this is from Maybelline. This is the Fit Me bronzer in the shade Medium. I feel like I haven't used this. Did I? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's unused. Am I gonna use it? No, but I want to keep it. No, let it go. Let it go. This is actually the one that I was thinking about when I thought about, I bet I have a lot of bronzers I can declutter. This is from number 7, and it's the bronzer in the shade Maple. I love number 7. I have a lot of their makeup that I really, really love. I actually have this sitting right here. This little foundation they came out with. I love it. Bronzer, though, I mean, I've had this for at least a year, if not longer. I've used it a bunch. It's very, very firmly pressed, like a stark difference with that Wet n Wild one is so lightly pressed. This one, extremely firmly pressed. It'll never have fallout. No powder will fall out of it whatsoever. It'll take forever to use it. That being said, it takes forever to get this to show up on my face. I feel like I have to keep going back and forth and back and forth. And then at the end of the day, like, the result isn't anything that's making me, like, super excited about it. Really love number 7, but this one's just not one I'm, like, excited about. I have this bronzer from Hard Candy, the Just Glow Matte Bronzer with Mango Butter. Ooh, the sun is setting a little bit. I love this. This actually reminds me a lot of the one from CYO. The smell, like, is very similar, very light, like a tropical scent, nothing offensive at all. I feel like the formula is extremely similar, both of these. I'm not trying to only keep one of everything, so I'm definitely keeping both of these. But, wow, very similar. I didn't realize that till this moment. But yeah, I really like this one a lot as well. Surprised I like Hard Candy. I don't like Hard Candy, but not saying I don't like them. But I always avoided them for whatever reason, because I always thought they were just cheap crap. But this is really good. I have here the Fenty Cream Bronzer. This is the shade Macchiato. I love this. I do clean this all the time because I use it with the sponge, and every time I get the sponge, it pulls it. You can see how it, like, gathers. As I pull it down, it smears everywhere. I clean it all the time because I like it to look, like, really nice. I love this a lot. I didn't like this at all when I got it because it faded so quickly. But now it lasts on me. I don't know why it lasts on me now, but I really, really like this a lot. Really great bronzer, lasts all day, blends like a dream. Really, really like that. Gonna keep it. This is one I always go back and forth on, and I think I decluttered this before. I know it was on my Poshmark for a while, took it off because I regretted it, decluttered it, pulled it out. I cannot decide what to do with this. This is from ASOS, and this is just the bronzer powder. I don't know if there's a shade called Boast. I love this, and I don't know why I want to get rid of it so badly, but I haven't used it in a long time. I really like the packaging. I don't know if ASOS still makes their own makeup, but I remember buying their makeup the day it launched. I was obsessed with the packaging, and I was like, I have to have it. And I really like this. I don't know why I want to declutter it so badly. I'm not going to. You know what? I'm going to leave this up here, too, with that flower one so I can use it. This is the Mini Tarte Breezy Cream Bronzer in the shade Seychelles. I love this. I did a standalone video on this. One of the best, if not the best, cream bronzer I've ever used. It's spectacular, amazing, love it forever. And I also have the full size. Oh, this is from Undone. I bought this from an Instagram ad. I was getting ads like crazy from this brand. I did do a standalone video on the brand and the products I used. They carry this brand now at Target, which I thought was pretty cool. I like this, and I liked it because it's over the top pigmented. And the shades here, if you get a little too much of one, it looks way too red. And I like red orange bronzer, but this is like over the top. These are super pretty as like inner corner highlights. They're really pretty on the face. I don't use this ever though. I don't know. It's one that I have to be too delicate with because it is too pigmented for me. I'm gonna let that one go. Oh my god, I'm not doing very well. I have 2 of these L'Oreal Glam Bronze. They still make this. They just updated the packaging. This is one of the best bronzers I've ever used in my whole life. I look at that little waffle pattern in there. I love this. I use it all the time. I regretted when I saw it come be in existence and I didn't buy it. I thought about it all summer. It came back the next summer. I bought it immediately. I bought another shade immediately. One of my favorite bronzers of all time. I love this. I'm glad I have 2 now because L'Oreal is not cruelty free. So if I ever run out, I won't repurchase. But I have 2. And look at that. Another one right here. I love this bronzer. It's awesome. I have this one from Rimmel. This is the Bronzing Palette. They came out with a palette of bronzers, highlighters, and blushes. You know how they have these I don't know if they still make these or not, but they have these, and it's a blush, bronzer, highlighter, and one little palette, and they decided to come out with separate palettes of each thing. I did buy the other 2. I don't have them anymore, but the bronzer one is amazing. This was in one of my yearly favorites videos. It's fantastic. Don't think they make it anymore, but I'm still going to keep it. I have this little one here from Spacecaseyt. It's called Fakecation on Mars. I got this in an Ipsy bag. And I really like this bronzer a lot as well. It's not super powdery in the pan. It's not firmly pressed in there, but not like dusting powder everywhere. Really nice natural looking bronzer. I will keep it. Oh my god, these Body Shop ones have haunted me for years and years. I never use these. 2 of them I've never touched. This was the first bronzer I ever tried to use until I met the Rimmel one and fell in love with it. But I had bought this because I bought this around the time when everyone was talking about it like it was the best bronzer on the planet. Bought it, and I didn't know how to use it. I don't have the brush here, but I was using like a really dense, like almost like a foundation buffing brush to use bronzer. I had never used bronzer before. It looked awful. I hated it, and I was like, oh my god, this bronzer sucks. Bronzer sucks altogether. And I kept it because it's so cute. The packaging, I love this little compact. I mean, look at it. It's such a sturdy one. Like, you would just want to carry it for the mirror. I have 3 of them. And I always want to declutter these, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I have the shades 4, 3, and 1. If they had a 2, I would have bought it, but 2 wasn't in stock at the time. But this is what it looks like here. I can't do it. I have to keep these. I want to have it. I want to have it, and that's okay. I think I'm going to let go of this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette. This side's really good. It kind of reminds me of the LA Colors one a little bit. I'm never going to use this shade. I don't understand what that's for or why people put that all over their eyes and stuff. It's just not for me. And I don't love it enough to keep this for it, so I'm going to let that go. This is a little mini from Nomad. Nomad Cosmetics Kiss of Sun Bronzing Contour Powder. Have I used this? I can't even tell if I've used it. This may have come in an Ipsy bag. Usually Nomad comes in Ipsy bags. I'm not sure. Have I used it? I don't know. I haven't used it, but I obviously forgot I even had it. Do I want to even use it and then get rid of it, or just get rid of it? I don't want to say get rid of it. I'm going to set that aside for a second. I don't know what to do about that. This is from In Studio. This is that little brand for 97 cents at Walmart. Really love the highlighter that I got in this brand. I love the highlighter a lot. This bronzer is good, and I've used it, but I don't think I want to keep it. But I mean, I'm not gonna sell this. You know, I only paid 97 cents for it. I'll keep it. I'll keep it and use it. It's just a nice little travel friendly, tiny bronzer. I have this one here from Wonder. I got this in an Ipsy bag, and I absolutely love it. I want to buy this in a big size. I've gotten a few Wander things. I got like an eyeshadow palette, or 2 eyeshadow palettes, a face palette. I think they're all awesome. This bronzer is fantastic. I love it so much. It's called Trip to Costa Ray. I love this. It's amazing. I want to buy full size. Definitely going to keep it. And this is the one that I was thinking about when I was letting go of the Fenty one. Because I thought I didn't like this Fenty one because of the size. And I was like, maybe it's hard to get a brush in there. But it's not. It's just the color. It's just not for me. Love the Wander one though. The Tarte Park Avenue Princess, one of my all-time faves. I love this. I've had this for years and years, and right now I can't put it down. The last few months I haven't been able to put it down. Love it with all my heart. Gonna keep it forever. I have here the Too Faced Sweethearts Bronzer Baked Luminous Glow Bronzer in the shade Sweet Tea. Really love this one a lot as well. Gonna keep it forever. It's a very luminous bronzer. I don't understand the 2 colors here because they look identical when you put them on. But it's a great bronzer, cute packaging. We'll keep it forever. And then the last one is the Tom Ford Bronzing Powder in the shade Terra. Another one I keep because the compact is stunning, and this was very expensive for how tiny it is. I don't love this. It takes forever to get it to show up on your face, and it's like, it's too natural, and I like natural, but it's just too natural. I like to see my makeup on my face, and this, I keep it forever though, because it's Tom Ford, it's beautiful to look at, but I don't know, man. Gotta keep it. And then I'm gonna let go of the Maybelline. No. Yes. Oh my god, okay. Dang it. I'm gonna let it go. And then the Nomad one, gonna let this go as well. All right, that's it. I didn't declutter a ton. I thought I was gonna get rid of more. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, you know what? 9's okay. 9's good. Anyway, that is it. This video went on way longer than I intended. I thought I was going to just like whip through all the products and I started like reminiscing and stuff. Anyway, that is it. Let me know what some of your favorite bronzers lately have been. I'm always looking to try a new one. And thanks for watching this video. I'll see you later on another one. Bye.